Welcome to the Resistance broadcast, everybody. Quote, I am all the Sith. Padme Amidala. Little throwback. Thanks so much for joining us today. The reason why I put a quote out there is because we're playing our game, Who Are You, later in the show. It's going to be James versus Lacey. I'm going to hit him with the quotes, and we're going to have some fun with that. We hope you guys play along and you're ready to go. It's going to be a good time. Before we get started today, if you're a patron of the Resistance broadcast and you're watching this a day early, you're watching it on Lacey's birthday. So I want to say happy birthday to Lacey. Yay! It's your birthday!
And if you're not, it was yesterday, so wish her happy belated birthday.
Yay! Yeah, if you're not a patron and you're watching, it was yesterday. Happy birthday, Lacey. Did you do anything fun for your birthday?
I think I had a conversation where I was like, let's not talk about my birthday. Okay. So that went really well.
Well, we still wish you a happy birthday, and I'm sure everyone else out there does
Thanks.
as well.
I appreciate it.
Yes. So you guys ready to play some games later?
I am going to crush Lacey the day after her birthday at random Star Wars trivia that I will probably lose at, I'll be honest. I think I've only won once.
No, you've won twice.
Have I won twice?
I'm pretty sure you've beat both of us.
I never beat John, I don't think. Is that true, John?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember my wins. I don't remember the losses.
We've lost track.
We've all lost. We've all lost because we've lost track. Yeah. Well, to be honest, our audience always beats us. They're always like, whenever we're wrapping up the game, we're like, man, some of those were tough. And then the comments, they're like, I got 9 out of 9. I got 9 out of 9. I got 9 out of 9. So who the heck knows? But
I know. And those people are sitting there listening to the show, and we're like, do or do not. There is no try. And we're like, Tarkin. They're like, it's so obvious.
Well, you know what, too? Like, I say to them sometimes, I'm like, it's just hard. It's harder when you're on the show and stuff. I mean, it's probably not. It's the same thing. But before we do that, we have to get into the will of the Force. You know why, James?
Because it's back, baby.
You got it. All right. I don't even need to say it. All right, buddy. Where is our buddy? You know him. Go ahead.
I fear nothing, for all this, as the Force wills it.
You know him. Go ahead. You're loud now. John let Chirrut talk. So, well, thank you for that marvelous introduction, Chirrut. And let's do this. Will of the Force, you know how it goes, right? We're going to ask a will they or will they not question. And 2 of them are going to be from patrons. But the first one is our own. We're going to ask this question. Will the Obi-Wan Kenobi project switch back to a movie and take the 2022 slot? Now, patrons will know what John's opinion on this is, because I think he gave it in a bonus question, but I'm going to ask John first. What do you think, John? Come on, you were very
I know, but it's so
before.
tough. Did I say yes? I feel like I just tossed it out there as an option.
No, you did not. I did.
I'm going to lean... I mean, it probably is going to, but I'm going to say no, because I think they don't want to double back and do a re-return. Like I said, like, it was a movie, then they switch to a series, and they bring it back to a movie. Like, it's just so ugly. So they will do it, but I'm going to say no, because that's the deal.
All right. That was confusing. Lacey, you also just kind of revealed your answer as well. What do you think?
Not really, because ultimately I still think no. Because Bob Iger has stressed several times now that TV is the way they're going. TV is important. And with all the stuff surrounding Kenobi and Cassian and all the hype they had with Mandalorian Season 1, I think their focus is on TV. And I think they're going to stress that, hey, we've promised a TV show. We got to go through with the TV show. And they get more people to subscribe with TV shows than a movie ticket. Like they have like 28.5 million people subscribing for Disney Plus. So it could potentially be more for them to watch other content, which then people stick around instead of going to the movies once, you know?
Mm-hmm. I definitely think that's not going to happen. They're not going to switch back to a movie. And just like baseball, or unlike baseball, I should say, the same 3 strikes, you only get 2 strikes. And the first strike was them openly admitting it was originally going to be a movie, but we've reworked it to a TV script. We'll allow that. If they come back and they go, even in the most positive way, we turned it from a TV show back into a movie, that's not a good look. 2 strikes, you're out. That makes you look incompetent and you don't know what you're doing. Very confusing. They're not going to do that. It's a TV show, and it's going to be a TV show. All right, so I think we all agree on that one then, John? Yours was confusing to me. Okay, cool. All right, the next one is from our patrons, specifically Commander Rick Villanueva. And Rick wants to know, in true celebration fashion, will we see a puppet Baby Yoda on stage in August, much like BB-8 and Dio? So, Lacey, this one goes to you first, not because you're a celebration... I was going to say know-it-all. That makes it sound bad. But you know a lot more about this stuff than we do. But because it's your turn.
I would say no. And the reasoning because puppets are different than droids in the fact that they're not robots, so they don't have to be... So, okay, back it up a little bit. I spent a whole weekend with BB-8, the BB-8 that comes in a box. They put him together. He has a remote control. He drives around, meets with people, whatever. They have the person with the remote control kind of hiding off to the side, hiding behind a curtain, whatever, that then emotes what BB-8 does. The ability to have BB-8 on his own and act like he's alive is what makes him so magical on the stage. You can't do that with a puppet unless you have... like the Muppets, they have them like sitting on a stage or sitting in a chair or something. So I'm going to say no, because you need to have so much hidden for a puppet. And most of the time, people come from underneath the puppet, not from like behind the puppet. I know Babu Frick was like behind, but most of the time they're underneath. Like Yoda is underneath, like every Muppet that you've ever seen. I can't see them bringing Baby Yoda out because... it just doesn't make sense like logistics wise of where you'd put them on the stage, because the stage is usually just chairs and then there's a DJ stand and then stairs. What I can imagine though, and this is kind of aside from that, Rick, is that I would guarantee they're probably going to have a Mandalorian costume prop exhibit at Celebration, including the Yoda puppet, Baby Yoda puppet. In a glass case that you can take photos of.
A glass case of emotion. Yes.
Yeah. He's also part CG too. So that's the other thing. It's like, you don't know what it looks like in person.
So I'm going to completely disagree. And I think that they're going to do a guy in a full black outfit. And it's going to be like those weird Japanese game shows or whatever, where he's
You mean like Avenue Q?
I don't know what that is.
The Broadway play with the puppets with the people that have the suits on?
That sounds like that might be likely. But you kind of can't see the guy because it's like on a black background, but you like clearly still can. Yeah. That's a sure bet. Sure bet. No, I'm just kidding. I think you're right, Lacey. What do you think, John?
I don't think so. It'd be cool if they could pull it off, and I think it'd be something that would go viral, and people would take vids of it and it would be all over the internet. But I don't think Baby Yoda needs that. I think it's already been this huge phenomenon, so they don't need to push the envelope and risk damaging one of their puppets or something going wrong and it falling off the stage and that being a disaster and people seeing it just laying there. There's just too many risks involved for it. As they say, the juice is not worth the squeeze here. They may show some behind the scenes stuff, or they may have done some interactions behind the scenes like they do with Toy Story, like those fake bloopers, and show like Baby Yoda's a real thing, like behind the scenes of the Mandalorian on the screen in some footage. But I don't think they're going to bring the puppet out. I don't think they they ever did that with Yoda, the real Yoda, out of all the years they've done this stuff. So I don't think they'll do it with Baby Yoda either. And plus, he's smaller. It's a little harder to get involved there. So.
Could you imagine Toy Story outtakes with Yoda?
It'd be awesome. Yeah.
That would be...
I think
it would be 1 in a million.
So I'm wondering if Rick wants it to happen, and that's why he asked that question. So I hope we didn't.
I'm sorry,
bubble,
Rick.
but, yeah.
They did bring. So the reason I think the Baby Yoda puppet could end up in an exhibit is because we had the Last Jedi exhibit where they had the Porg, the one that's not the puppet one, but one that is basically built like the puppet as like a freestanding thing. So I could see them doing that. I couldn't see them like having it out in the elements. Like there's so many things that could go wrong. Or it could just walk. Like there's so many people that for like security people that work in the building that like you'd have someone like walking it with it like in a briefcase, like handcuffed.
He'll still get plenty of Baby Yoda at Celebration though.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, doubling down on Baby Yoda, let's do another question about him. The Will of the Force question is going to be, will he appear in any live-action Star Wars project besides The Mandalorian? Now, John, you're going first.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. When I wrote this question, I had no in my brain, but the more I think about it and the way his age is set up where he's only 50 out of, a lifespan of upwards of 900 years old, and who knows where Star Wars is going in the future. I think the way he's caught on, it'd be stupid to be like, yeah, we're just closing him in that 4-season bubble of The Mandalorian. So, and you could even dabble in some animation if you wanted to. So I think without question, Baby Yoda, the child, Steven, whatever his name winds up being, we will see him again beyond The Mandalorian.
Folks, John actually has inside information, and he just leaked what he knows is the real name.
Steven?
On accident. Yeah.
I tell this. This is gonna be stupid. But whatever. I tell this stupid joke all the time, and people make fun of me for it. But it's this grasshopper walks into a bar, and he hops up on a stool, and the bartender comes over, and he says, "Hey, we have a drink named after you." And the grasshopper goes, "You have a drink named Steve?" Because there's a drink called a grasshopper. Let it catch on. Tell it a few times. It'll be fine. But anyway.
Yikes.
So like a screwdriver walks into a bar.
There you go. Eric.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Lacey, is he showing up in any other live action Star Wars project besides The Mandalorian?
I don't think so. No. I think that I agree with Bob Iger that he's a cultural phenomenon, but I don't know. I can't see him being a part of anything but The Mandalorian. And that's why. It's like K2SO being in The Rise of Skywalker. It's like, what? No, he's supposed to be in Rogue One, and he's supposed to be in that specific time period. But K2SO is showing up in another live-action Star Wars property besides Rogue One. Okay, hold on. Pump the brakes with Cassian Andor, though. Like, he's not doing something completely different. It's still the same thing. Same story, same thing. I'm saying, like, Cassian Andor or K2SO being, like, in Rebels or something, like, completely different.
So if they do a Cara Dune show, there's no chance that The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda could show up?
I gave my answer.
All right. I was not with John, and I was with Lacey that I don't think that he's going to show up until Lacey gave her answer, and now I started thinking, you know what? They could do other things around this time frame and just have Mandalorian or Baby Yoda as himself show up as a cameo. I think John's point is long-term ever. Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to kill off the character, so he's still going to be around. But I don't want to use that, you know what I mean? It's like ever. I think fairly recently is what we're kind of trying to discuss. So I think that it could be possible. I think it could be possible. All right. Last question on Will of the Force is another patron question, and this one comes from Commander Christian Morales. Christian wants to know, will Star Wars have a new reoccurring theme, so like the Force theme or the Rebellion theme, or will it be the same as now? So this one is actually going to go back to Lacey to answer this first. Are we going to get another Star Wars theme?
No, I think it's always going to be the same theme. You might just get like different renditions, but it's always going to be based in the same melody and song. It's Star Wars, like the Force theme or Star Wars, whatever it is. Whatever the question said.
The main theme.
The main theme.
That was John. That was Muppet John. The main theme. Okay. Anything? No? You think it's going to be always that same thing? Okay.
Yes.
John, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they will keep it around both the main Star Wars theme and the Force theme, especially if they dabble with the Jedi. I feel like the Force theme will follow wherever the Jedi story are told. Like Mandalorian, you don't hear the Force theme because there's no Jedi. So I think if they go back and go Old Republic and when the Jedi were in their prime, it'll be like the Force theme times 5,000. They'll just pummel you with that thing. Plus, they want that connectivity. If you can't bring characters back and you need things to bring you back with that mentality that this is Star Wars, the music is the way to do that. Even though John Williams is gone, you hit us with those familiar beats and it'll instantly capture the vibe of Star Wars. So I think that's very important. They'll be cognizant of that. So I think both those themes will be very integral for future stories.
I disagree. I think that they will absolutely create new themes for new properties. And I think the biggest argument for that is the fact that while those songs were utilized in Rogue One and Solo and not really at all in The Mandalorian, but I think that what actually takes emphasis in Rogue One and Solo are like, their own themes and like the Han Solo suite, that was created by John Williams, and that takes a big role in that movie. And maybe not, they throw him in there every once in a while. I think that whatever show or property or whatever they want to do will have a composer come in and go the same questions that they're asking, all these other ones, like, what's it like creating Star Wars and compared to John Williams? And they're going to go, it is what it is. John Williams is great. I'm doing my own theme. I've created these themes for these characters and a suite that takes us through what this property is, and that will be the mainstay for those things. But I don't think I lose this if in one of those episodes you hear do 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 once or I think the point is they're going to move away from those particular themes being the main themes like they are in the sequel trilogy, for instance.
All right.
And that's it. Will of the Force is done. So we have the next section, which is one of my favorites, the Patreon pod race. Lacey, what is the Patreon pod race?
All right, guys, time for the Patreon pod race. So what this is first, there are multiple ways you can support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, following us on Twitter at RBATSWNN, sharing our episodes, letting us know what you like, what you don't like, just telling friends about us. But another way to support us is through Patreon, which is patreon.com/resistancebroadcast. It's a membership program that helps support us do what we do throughout the year. So travel, new content, new experiences for all of you, stuff like that. And it really lets us just explore our passions of talking about Star Wars and creating new things all the time. So one of those things one of the tiers of that program is our generals, and their perk is to be a part of the show. So today we have General Jeremy Myers, and his question is, would you want to see Maul return in the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series? So he has about 60 seconds to give us an answer, and then we're going to respond. So Jeremy, take it away.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Taking a quick break here at lunch. Not sure my feelings on wanting a Maul return to the Kenobi series. I don't think it would work considering how things got left off in Rebels. So I'm going to say no to the Kenobi series, Resurrection of Maul, but I will say yes to seeing him in a solo continuation or spinoff with Kira returning to Dathomir, or with Enfys. Yes, So those would be the only way I'd want to see a Maul return. I guess maybe in some type of flashback in Kenobi could work, or Kenobi remembering back or thinking about the fight. But other than that, that would be the only way I'd want to see him. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one.
Nice job, Jeremy. Excellent answer. First of all, really love your background. Adds a lot of texture to the frame. Loved it. James, you're first. Go ahead.
I'm first. I'm kind of in agreement that I think that if the way they handled it in Rebels was so good that I don't even know if I really want to mess with, a Maul and Kenobi kind of confrontation. And I think your points are directly right, that there's so many other ways that you could utilize Maul in something else. I do think that Kenobi could very well stand on its own, and I don't think the show has to rely on that age-old battle.
Rivalry,
rivalry, that was the word I was looking for. Rivalry between these two characters. Obi-Wan Kenobi only really is a good character if he's fighting with Maul. So I think that they could totally do without. So what do you guys think?
John?
I think James just did an impression of me, because on my Rumor and Theory review, I said I wanted to see Obi-Wan and Maul fight for a third time to make that final battle in Rebels like the deciding one. So
I don't think so. The Darth Vader. What's that, Darth Vader? Oh yes.
This is my life. This is my life now. I can't wait to do my James Baney impression next week.
Yeah,
I'm going to work on that. You need the blue hat, though.
You'd need to get to that level.
For our audio listeners, James put on a child's backwards hat and tried to be me. But I like what you said. I would be cool with seeing another fight with Ewan and Ray Park 20 years later. I think that'd be very cool. But I also like where you went with the follow-up to Solo thing. I'm down with the follow-ups to Solo that don't involve Han and Chewie too. It makes sense for Kira to go to Dathomir and explore more of what's going on with her and Crimson Dawn. So they set that up. They set a lot of things up in Solo, let's be honest. So I dig where you went with that, where you took the answer. So with that said, Jeremy, you're the best. You're the man. Can't wait to hang with you when we head to Cali. And great pod race. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, like I said, Jeremy, great job. I agree that I would love to see more Maul in a Make Solo 2 or some type of Solo series. Obviously, I'm wearing the shirt right now. I think it would be super cool. And I think between what James and John said, I'm in kind of it's kind of tricky territory, similar to kind of what you were saying with Maul being a part of Kenobi. I kind of want Kenobi to stand on his own. I love Ewan McGregor. As you know, I think Kenobi's the GOAT, so I get nervous when they're just bringing in all these characters that we know and love, because I don't want it to detract from Kenobi telling his own story. And I think they have the chance to tell new stories with Kenobi that I would just want it to go its own way. But I would love to see more Maul in a Solo series, because they just left it in a place that it's just, what does it mean? They tease you and then it's just oh, see you later. And you're like, wait, there's so much to tell here. So great job. Thank you for your support. It means so much to us. And now we're going to head into my nightmare, which is Who Are You? So, John?
All right, guys. It is called Who Are You? And James is going to put that sound effect of Maz Kanata in there somewhere.
Who are you?
It is our Star Wars movie quote guessing game. So it's called Who Are You? I'll be running it this time, and it's going to be James versus Lacey. So just to run down the rules here, I'm going to give both of you and our audience, of course, you're going to play along, the same 9 quotes from Star Wars movies. So that's episodes 1 through 9. Yes, we are including The Rise of Skywalker and, of course, Rogue One and Solo. And you'll have to guess what character said them. Simple as that. You'll each have to write down your guesses and show it and say it at the same time on my count to 3. Each question is worth 2 points. Each person gets 1 hint to use throughout the game. The hint is always what movie the quote is from. If the person guesses right after using their hint, that question is only worth 1 point for that person. But the person who didn't ask for the hint, if they get it right, they still get 2 points. So that's pretty much it. The person with the highest score at the end of 9 rounds is the winner. If there is a tie, each question after that will be a sudden death until someone gets one wrong, and we'll go from there. And again, play along from home. Load up the comments when we're wrong, when we're right, were my quotes too easy. Let's have some fun with this thing. It's always a good time on Who Are You? And I like it. I get to put my brain in cruise control a little bit and pop these questions off with you guys this time.
Oh, so. Shut it.
Now I just have to find my quotes. There we go. Okay.
I'm going to get a pillow. I'll be right back.
You keep talking. Pillow. All right, I'll keep talking. James is going to get a pillow. Getting a pillow. Oh, yeah. I think it's so that he can scream into it when he doesn't know the answers. Oh, to sit on it. Okay. I thought it was one of those like situations.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Any questions?
No.
2 points you said for I'm just kidding.
2 points? And then
2
1
points?
point if you use the hint. Okay. Your first question is: execution by blaster is too good for them. Let's make this hurt. And I can repeat it obviously a couple times. I know people out there, their brains are churning. They're thinking about it. They're like, man, I've heard that line, just not sure where. And that's the beauty of the game. Who are you? Obviously, when you guys take your time, of course, but if you guys know it, just make sure you let me know when you're ready.
I feel like I know it.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah. What the actual worst is the scenario that I'm in, which is like I think I know like the scene and the scenario when it takes place, but was it that person that said it or was it that person that said it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always tricky because there's a lot of times a quote and my first instinct I'm like, it's that person. And then my brain starts getting the best of me, you know? But I'll say it again here. Execution by blaster is too good for them. Let's make this hurt. Now remember, you guys can get a hint, of course. It's a bit early in the game for those, but sometimes it's a good strategy maybe to get some points on the board.
I have to know.
I must know.
Actually, it wouldn't help me in this hike because I'm confident I know the scene.
You know what I find also tough when you like, and I know you guys know this when you have to come up with the quotes, is you're like, oh, that's a good quote, but they refer to themselves or they say something that pins it to the movie, you know? So,
as the leader of the Jedi,
right?
You know, so it's like,
it's like Senator Palpatine.
Lacey,
it's like, oh, well, that's that movie. Okay. Well, we got some pen movement here. James, have you written anything down?
Yes. Yeah.
Lacey?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you guys ready? I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, who are you? And you both say it and show it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, who are you?
Hux.
Ooh, both incorrect.
Dang
Close, though. It is Captain Phasma.
Phasma.
In The Last Jedi.
I had General Pride, so.
As they're about to execute Rose and Finn. Phasma wanted to make it hurt.
So that's exactly what I thought. I was like, or is it Phasma?
Yeah. All right. So 0 points heading into question 2. I wonder if anyone else out there got that? Let us know in the comments, of course. Moving on to round 2, question 2. Here we go. Don't everybody thank me at once. What? Who can it be? Who can it be now? Do, 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 do.
I think that's Madonna.
Madonna. It's Men at Work, right? I think it's Men at Work. Yeah.
I don't know.
They come
Men at Work said it?
under. Yes. I'll say the quote again. Don't everybody thank me at once. I know some people out there are like, come on! And some people are like, I have no idea. That's so bland. That's the beauty of it.
Lacey, you got a good vibe on this one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready too.
You're good, James? Okay.
I bet I'm wrong.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Oh, both got it. 2 points on the board. James and Lacey, did you guys know that one immediately, or did it have to come to you after a bit?
I knew it.
Lacey knew it immediately.
Sorry, I was writing my name and I was writing John. I meant to write my name.
You do the impression, all of a sudden you become me, and that's a big problem.
Yeah, no. I feel like I knew it right away, but I kind of second guessed myself to see if it was Lando or not, and I thought that doesn't sound. He wouldn't say that. He would have said it more elegantly, whereas Han has kind of a unintellectual version of it. Don't everybody?
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of the giveaway. So he says that after they evade whoever
Yeah.
in A New Hope when they're heading to Alderaan. I know Star Wars. Like in the whatever. All right, round 3. Here we go. Let's see. The Alliance, the Rebels, whatever it is you're calling yourselves these days, all it's ever brought me is pain.
Ooh, 2 lines.
Well, it's in the same thing. I feel like it was a little much, but I felt like it all needed to be in there. It's a long one too, so I'll obviously repeat it again, but I'll let it ferment in your minds for a moment here. I don't see pens moving yet. A lot of thinking, a lot of mind melting going on here.
Spock.
You know what's another one that's tough to do? Is like, I'm sure we could find ones that work, but like Jar Jar Binks quotes. Just be like, the quote is, that smells stinkawith.
Well, we said Yoda was not possible, and I got you both on a Yoda quote
Yeah,
once.
there are some where he speaks normally that you can definitely get. Okay, I'll read.
I used Around the Survivors Perimeter Create, though. And you guys
No,
both
you
were...
didn't. Shut up. I'll read it again. And don't forget, you guys always have one hint to use at any point during the regular first 9 questions. The Alliance, the Rebels, whatever it is you're calling yourself these days, all it's ever brought me is pain. Who are you? Who said that? I think this is a stumper. I think a lot of people, or a lot of our listeners and viewers, may have a tough time with this one. But I could be wrong. Who knows? You guys have anything down yet?
Yep.
James?
Yep, me too.
Yep. Okay, both focused. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Jyn Erso.
Jyn Erso.
Both correct. How about that? We got ourselves a game here, folks. 4-4 after 3 rounds. We head to round 4. You guys feeling confident now? 2 in a row, huh? Lacey taking a sip of her Sprite glass. James itching his nose.
If I miss one, I miss them all. I'm 0-0 right now. Just kidding.
Here we go. Round 4. I'm trying to think of which one to pick here.
It's all about who slips up first now.
All right. You're wrong. Soon I'll be dead and you with me. I don't see pens moving yet unless James is writing something down.
How many L's in Palpatine? Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, the guy has so many names. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Thinking. I'll read it again for you guys. You're wrong. Soon I'll be dead and you with me. James, you got it? I mean, have you written an answer down, I guess, is where I'm at here.
There's a Star Wars character on this paper.
Okay, that's fine for me. Lacey, where are you at? Still working?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
I will say this is a little bit of that first question scenario, though.
A little bit of that first question scenario. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I think I know it, but who said it? You know, it's almost like it's the game or something.
It's almost like it's the game. Yeah. Now I wonder if one day we'll ever be able to incorporate the series, the TV series, into that as we get more seasons and content of that. That'd be a lot harder because I feel like some of the lines in those series are less iconic at this point. But you can definitely fire off like a Mandalorian. I can bring you in warm or cold or, something like that. That's something we could explore anyway. Especially since the whole future of Star Wars is television now, according to Robert Iger.
Robertson.
Robert I. Iger. I don't know. He has a middle in the show. I forget what it is.
Uh-oh. I see the pen moving.
Do you want the quote again?
I'm just guessing.
Okay, just guessing. Here we go. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Beckett.
Luke Skywalker.
James is correct. Luke Skywalker to Sheev Palpatine in Return of the Jedi. And
a weird line for Luke, too.
Yes.
It's a very dark phrase, like I'm going to kill myself and you'll die in the aftermath of it or something.
Yes.
I don't know. Weird.
And I believe Palpatine says you're great, mistaken about a great many things. And they have that sort of weird exchange where they try to just throw jabs at each other to see where they're at. Okay. That's 4 rounds in. It's 6-4. We got a tight one here. On to question 5 as we're in the middle of this thing here. No hints have been used yet. How are you doing at home? Let us know in the comments. Curious to see who's winning out there as well. Okay, number 5. No, there is no other way. I may not like it, but he can help you.
One more time.
No, there is no other way. I may not like it, but he can help you. Oh, boy. Who said that? Let's see you both deep in thought. I thought I saw Lacey may have written something down. Did you write something down already?
No, I hate this game. James thinking.
This.
Can you say the quote again, please?
Yeah.
No, there is no other way. I may not like it, but he can help you. Who said it? About who? To who? What's going on?
You don't
here?
give me enough time to think about it. You just start talking. Can you say the quote again, please?
I can't have dead air on a podcast, so I'm doing the
I
best I
understand
can.
that.
No, there is no other way. I may not like it, but he can help you.
All right.
And you can mute me if you need to, but got to talk to the people. There's this New York sports radio host, and all he does is like dead air for minutes at a time. Well, you'll think your radio's off. You'll just be sitting there playing with your dials, like, what is going on? And then he's like, okay. Mike Francesa back on the fan. Just can't be doing that.
Lacey, this is tough.
This is a tough one. You can use your hints. Not trying to pressure either one of you one way or the other here. But that's also like kind of a chess game, because then you use the hint, the other person gets the 2 points because it's a little easier.
What if we both use the hint at the same time?
Yeah, that's I mean, it doesn't do anything.
There'd be a cordial little agreement there, but I don't know if you guys want to do that.
James, do you want to use the hint at the same time?
No. But I kind of wanted to use the hint for the question. I was thinking about it.
So, yeah, I mean, if one of you uses the hint, the other one gets the benefit. So there's really no purpose to both use the hint.
No, the benefit is that neither of us then get a benefit. We're both going equal.
You're being fair. Yeah, I get that. That's no fun.
Yeah, Lacey's never been a big fan of the hint.
I'll read it one more time. No, there is no other way. I may not like it, but he can help you.
I know the quote, man. I know the quote.
I'm sure when you hear it, just like this game always is, you're going to throw something or well, you wouldn't. I would. I'd throw my Vader mask at the couch, but all right, just jot something down. Jot away.
I think we gotta be wrong on this, Lacey, and just go with it.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
I put down the person I already crossed out. All right. 1,
2, 3. Who are you?
Shmi Skywalker.
Kira, and it's totally Shmi.
Oof. Lacey's right. After all that grandstanding. What a bluff.
The whole time I'm like...
When she's talking to Qui-Gon about him entering the race.
So why were you acting like you didn't know? You probably had that thing written down 3 minutes ago.
No, I didn't.
She wanted me to get rid of the hint.
That is not true. Okay, first of all, stop thinking that I'm like a terrible person. I'm
thinking you're a good strategist.
Yeah, it's a good strategist.
Not that good. Just came up with it just now.
Okay.
James doesn't think you're a terrible person. He thinks you're a wise player of the game.
Yeah, as soon as I saw her answer, I'm like...
Lando Calrissian would be proud. Yeah. Kira is actually... Dude, Kira is really close because she does say something similar. Like, she tells like Enfys Nest, like, he's going to try to help you. Or something like that.
Yeah, but it's out of her personality, though, to say, I guess I'll go with him. Like, she's very sure of herself.
Yeah, right.
And that's what ultimately led me to like, okay, well, who's not sure of themselves but's willing to sacrifice? And then I'm like, well, Shmi sacrificed everything.
Right.
For people she never met.
So like, I think it's like Padme's like, is there any other way? And she's like, no, there is no other way. I may not like it, but he can help you. And then when you like think about her accent and read the line again, you're like, oh yeah, there it is.
All right. Let's move on.
We are 6. It's 6-6, guys. 6-6 after 5 questions. We have a barn burner here in the Resistance broadcast. I want to know how everyone is doing out there as we head to question number 6. And that question is, how thick do you think that ice wall is? James is either frozen or staring me and burning a hole through my head.
Both.
I saw Lacey write something down, so I think she's confident about this one. She's not bluffing on this question. James, did you write anything down?
I have an answer down.
It's the Wampa.
Okay, is that your final answer?
No.
Okay, because you get
I
disqualified.
don't care what the answer
you
is.
can't-
It should have been the Wampa.
Yeah,
Special edition.
special edition. He'll speak English, just like Dio did afterward.
Or Luke says it to Force Ghost Ben. He's like,
All right, so maybe
how
maybe
thick
this
do you
one
think that
this one was too easy. We'll see. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron.
That's correct. The Rise of Skywalker blasting through.
And Chewie
in
yells right
hyperspace.
after.
Yes. Okay, so we have a tie game through 6 questions. This is what they call a close game. All right. Now the question is, did I
They call me
save?
John, Harry, Carrie, Hoey.
We got a close game, everybody. Hi. If the moon was made of spare ribs. All right, 8-8, heading into question 7. The question is, did I save the hard ones for last or easy ones? Who knows? All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
Are you guys ready at home, in your car, wherever you are? Yes, they are. Okay, here we are. By the grace of your training, I will not be seduced. By the grace of your training, I will not be seduced. Bit of a short quote here, but a quote nonetheless. And it wasn't like, hello. Imagine one of my quotes was, hello, hello. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I think we'd all just get BB-8 right away.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's R2D2 translated. Yeah.
It's the Wampa.
It's the Wampa.
It's the Wampa.
So Lacey, I feel like she's feeling a little confident here.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's not. Well, we'll see. Because you wrote pretty quickly, so I'm curious what's the deal is there. James, you wrote an answer down?
I have an answer, but again, I'm still like.
Do you want me to read it
back
one
and
more
forth
time?
on a character?
Do you want a hint?
It's by the grace of your training, I will not be seduced, right?
By the grace of your training, I will not be seduced.
Oh, I did say it with the wrong emphasis. Okay.
Yeah. By the grace of your training.
By the grace.
By the grace of your training. All right, ready?
All
Here we
right,
go.
I got a name.
1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Kylo Ren.
Oh,
Benlo Soren.
All right, so James said Kylo Ren as well. He's being a funny guy. That is correct. So that was apparently an easy one. A little disappointed in myself. We are 10-10 after 7 questions. 2 questions to go. What a contest we have here today in the Resistance base. Does anyone
I
out
watched
there
Rookie of the Year on Disney Plus, and John Candy was the announcer.
Oh, yeah, so good. I think he was trying to emulate a little bit of a Harry Carey there because that was the Cubs announcer. But I'm curious if anyone out there has 14 out of 14. That's what I would like to know. So right now, James missed the first question. So did Lacey. Lacey missed the 4th question, the Luke line. And James missed question 5, the Shmi line. And you guys got the rest, which put us at 10-10. 2 questions to go. Let me just update my notes here so I don't repeat questions. You got to be a good host. Go to the thing. Okay. 2 questions to go. Here we are. Where is a question I haven't used yet? All right. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. You made the smart move, kid. For once, I would have killed you.
Lacey writing an answer down really fast.
Mm-hmm. Lacey's getting very confident.
I always write down what I first think, and then I cross it off, and then I write something else, and then I'm wrong. This is the Lacey way.
What do you mean
So
you're wrong? You've
we
gotten
should
3
go
in
fast?
a row. You've gotten 3 in a row and 5 out of 7. So what do you mean you're always wrong? Stop pretending you're not an ace at this game. James, did you write anything down? Because I'm going to repeat the question
Yeah.
right here. You made the smart move, kid. For once, I would have killed you. You both have answers down?
Yeah.
Lacey,
James?
you think the longer you go, you think you're going to get it wrong. Let's go.
Let's keep dragging.
Let's
All right.
dance.
Here we go. Your answers in 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Beckett.
Beckett.
Oh, man.
He just
both
wanted to
correct.
learn the Valakor.
Both correct. Looks like I made these too easy as we're 12-12 going on to the final question. This is exactly what I wanted.
Does anybody out there want to see some like non-used Resistance broadcast ideas?
Wow, that's an exclusive. Look at that. I remember we battled about that.
TRB on there.
Yeah. Were we just
It's just an idea for a helmet.
Were we just going to do the helmet, or
Logo
were we going to put a
thing.
face in there, like a head?
No, I think it was just the helmet.
Should have put Bulio's head in there. All right.
Never happened though.
Win the war. That's the final quote. All right. Are you guys ready? This is the 9th and final question in regulation. You guys are tied 12-12. Whoever gets this is the winner of Who Are You and wins nothing.
I'm ready to win nothing.
You ready? Lacey, ready to win?
Win or lose, I win nothing.
Sure.
I'll take that as she's ready. Are you guys out there ready? I know someone out there has 16 points and they're like, wow, I'm the best. Well, we'll see if you get this one. Here's question 9. Quote 9, I'm sorry. If you are suffering as much as I am, please tell me. Can't tell if either of you wrote anything down. Lacey, did you write anything down?
No. But when you say that, it gives away the strategy between James and I if you're commenting if we're writing or not.
He can see you. You know that, right?
Yeah, but he's focused on trying to get the answer right.
It's a video podcast. The people out there can't. That's why I need to narrate. I need to paint the picture of the intensity of this moment. Very tense.
I would have written it down. I just can't remember how to spell Wampa.
Right.
Uh,
Wouldn't it be great if Randy Newman wrote a song about Wampas, James?
oh, geez. Please, no.
Wampa Wampa.
Slowly moving through the snow.
Choking out the tauntaun. Wampa Wampa.
Losing my arm. Oh, that's a tauntaun.
Yeah. All right. If you are suffering as much as I am, please tell me. Do you have anything written down?
Yes.
I got it.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin.
And we're going to overtime. Both correct.
Goodness.
Wow. Man, these are way easier than I thought they were going to be. I am disappointed with myself.
If you're suffering like I am, please tell me.
Oh, so brutal.
I thought, Lacey, was that one easy for you?
Yeah.
I knew it like right away too. I thought
Because we
what a
just
weird
did the
one to be
commentary.
The tiebreaker. We just did the commentary.
All right, this one is going to ice maybe both of you, but
Definitely me.
hopefully one of you.
Wampa.
But congrats to you both for
running out of
tying
paper.
in regulation. 14 points apiece. Well done. 14 out of 18. Good job. Okay. Here we go for overtime. The rules are sudden death. First person to miss loses. That's it. All right. So, and good for you people out there. You get extra TRB. Who are you? So this is great. All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The quote is, I'm ready for anything.
That's the whole quote.
I know.
That's
That's
a
the
Lacey
quote.
quote if I've ever heard one. Jeez.
You'd be surprised. Well, that's it. Yeah. I'm ready for anything. That is the quote. We are in sudden death. This is quote 10. But it's all about getting it right to stay in the game and hoping your opponent misses.
Can we do clues?
No.
Or are we past clues?
Yeah, it's sudden
Sudden death.
death. But yeah, sudden death is all the same now at this point. So, again, the quote is, because I know it was a stretched out one, I'm ready for anything. Now, I don't care as much about you two. It's more about, I'm wondering how they're doing out there. Did they know it? Did they get it right? Are they screaming right now at their phones or their TVs or however they're taking in their TRB episodes? Do they know the deal here? Have you written anything down, either of you, for the audience?
Yeah, but
Lacey
I think
said
we're
no?
both on the same page. I honestly think we're both going to miss it. Lacey, are you feeling that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so do you want more time? I can read it again. I can do more banter.
I think the longer we go, it just wastes time.
So you're both ready for anything at this point, is what you're saying. Okay, here we go. You both have stuff written down. I can do the countdown. I don't want to wish-wash this thing. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
Poe Dameron.
Luke Skywalker?
Luke Skywalker. James wins it.
Son of a
He
bitch.
says, Obi-Wan says, did you just curse? Obi-Wan says, this place is a little rough. And Luke, talking about Mos Eisley, Cantina, and Luke Skywalker says, I'm ready for anything. So yeah, good job. Did you know that was the spot there, James? Or did you just have a gut feeling it was Luke?
The vibe of the quote to me felt stupidly optimistic, and I think Lacey thought the same thing, which is why she said
Poe's a good answer.
Dameron.
Yeah, Poe's a good answer.
I felt like it was Poe in like either TFA or The Last Jedi, where he's just like so conscious of his decisions and so sure that like even like the Leia scene in the beginning where she's like, you don't know what you're doing. And he's like, I'm ready for anything. I know what I'm doing. And that's why I said Poe.
Now,
yeah.
Now, I only had one other sudden death question had you both gotten that right. So I'm just curious, we don't have to play the game version of it, but would you guys have gotten this one? I need a drink.
Kenobi.
Close. Because that would have been my guess, I think, too.
No, it's not. It's Beckett in Solo.
Is it Beckett and Solo?
It is.
No. You're closer.
Dryden Voss.
It's Enfys Nest.
Enfys Nest.
Oh, at the end, she goes,
Takes
I
her
need a
helmet
drink.
off and she's like, I need a drink.
Dang.
All right, so well, it's good that one of you got the other one because then I would have had to gone fishing for quotes. So great game, guys. 16-14. Stellar work. Maybe I made them too easy. I don't know. I want to know what people out there, how they did. So what do you guys overall think? Now that, all bluffing aside, did you have most of them out of the gate?
No.
No? Okay. So you had to work it through on some of them. Because I'll tell you right now,
I think that the answers that I wrote down were the answers I went with, other than the Kira one.
Okay, so there wasn't a lot of second guessing on your part. Okay, interesting.
No, the Kira one messed me up. I should say the Skywalker one messed me up, not Kira, but that's what I wrote and I got it wrong.
Did either of you have, because you didn't miss many, but ones that you did you have a right answer and then pick the wrong person, or was there anything like that going on, or you just stone cold missed those?
The first one for me. I was kicking back and forth Hux or Captain Phasma.
Okay.
Went with Hux. I was wrong. It was Captain Phasma.
Lacey, you missed the Luke Return of the Jedi one. Was that just one you were thinking it was? Who did you put down for that? I forget who you put down for that one. Was it you?
I don't know. I threw my paper across the room because I hate this game so much.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll wrap up the segment then. I hope everyone out there at least enjoyed it because I know you guys always like when we play games and stuff like that. So, but let us know your scores in the comments. How many points you got? Obviously, there were 9 regular questions worth 2 points, and then the OT question. So make sure you clarify that because we're very serious about our scores around here. But 16-14, James takes it. Stellar scores, guys. Another great edition of Who Are You? But now it is time to actually hear from the audience. So we're going to send it to Lacey to get the giggles going in this week's Resistance Transmission. So, Lacey, what do we got going this week?
Hopefully you guys make me laugh. This segment is called Resistance Transmissions. So every week, John puts up a crazy, wacky situation on Twitter, and you guys give your answers. And I have never read these, so we'll see what happens. All right, so the scenario is, at Galaxy's Edge, Darth Vader walks the fast pass line for Rise of the Resistance, but is stopped because he doesn't have fast pass. What does he say to convince the employee to let him skip the line? So the first one is from Todd DeGrossier at Todd Knows Best. Hi, Todd. How you doing without any Mandalorian, Todd?
Todd Knows Best.
All right. He said, Ride Worker, have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Vader, the pass list? Vader says, oh no, this nonsense again. Proceeds to force choke Ride Worker. I feel like I should get $1 every time someone says force choke, I feel, in these answers. Rebel Scum Michelle at Baby E Complains said, Vader, don't you know who I am? Ride attendant, look, man, I just got transferred from It's a Small World. Unless you're 2 feet tall and saying, I don't know you. Vader, I'm going to write your manager a strongly worded letter. Lacey, my pen.
Nice callback.
Oh, the pen.
You gotta do the line. Do the line.
What line? Lacey, my pen?
The pen line.
That's you.
Yeah.
You're a pen, sir.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, next up is Dega666 at Dega666. And way to get your handle, even though it's not your real name. They said
from Alabama and worship Satan.
Okay. Their answer was, I find your lack of haste disturbing.
Oh, I see what he did there. Play on words, haste.
Next is Matt Skywalker at MIB1188. And he said, Jeff, Lord Vader, I'm afraid we'll need to see your fast, and then begins choking. This is like a direction in a script. Then Vader goes, you have failed me for the last time, Jeff. And then Vader turns to Kevin. Kevin! And then Kevin goes, yes, my lord. Jeff gasps, dies. Vader, you are in command now. Admiral Kevin. Kevin, thank you, Lord Vader. Right this way. Quite the scene.
Lacey, I know you're reading it for the first time, but if that was your real delivery...
It'd be like Hayden Christensen in the prequels. We got our two with us.
You're welcome.
A little Empire Strikes Back there.
Next is Matt Tisher at Matt Tisher, who said, my grandson...
Now that's getting your handle.
My grandson and his girlfriend are walking around in there somewhere. They'll vouch for me.
Raylo!
Next is JJ Morse at Above Average Jedi, but it's average abbreviated with AVG. It said, employee. It should be cast member, JJ. Okay. Employee. Sir, this is the fast pass line. Vader. Holds up fingers in forced choking position. Vader. All right, look. Leans in to read the employee's name tag. Gary. How do you feel about your current browser history? Employee. Gestures Vader through. Right this way, sir. Enjoy the ride.
Oh, what is Gary doing on the internet? Jeez, Gary.
Next is Sean Wars at Sean Wars. Another way to get your handle, but not unless your last name is Wars. And he said,
that'd be cool.
Vader.
S Wars.
Yeah. Vader. Many Bothans died to bring me here.
Nice.
Next up is at Nerd Frequency, who said, worker. We need more ride operators. Vader. You can tell Mickey that when he arrives. Worker. Mickey coming here. Vader. Yes. And he is most displeased with your apparent lack of fast pass. I know what that's from. Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. She's got it. Did you know the other one? Did you not know the other one?
Which one?
The one where he kills Jeff and says, you're in now,
that's
Admiral Kevin.
Isn't that's from Empire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
He chokes him like through the screen.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is sick.
Last but not least
last one, yeah.
is Adam Odell at Odell Adam, who said, Vader, listen, If you let me through, I promise I will get them to stop making Vader comics.
Oh.
Jeez.
Had to get it in there.
Guys, thank you so much for your answers. We really appreciate it. If you want to be on the show, make sure to follow us on Twitter at RBATSWNN. And then John puts up some scenario, you give your answers, and then I read them on the show. And we talk about your handle, and it's a good time. So yeah, back to you, John.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening, watching, playing Who Are You, submitting your Resistance transmissions, and most importantly, being a part of the Resistance. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you're subscribed to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube. If you haven't yet and you are an Apple Podcast, podcast app user, just go to us and rate us, hopefully 5 stars, and take a screenshot of your rating or review and tweet at us at RBATSWNN. That screenshot with hashtag Rate the Resistance, and you're entered to win one of our t-shirts. Lacey's got one of them on right now. We have the new one, the Rey one, I'm All the Jedi. Makes it all to happen. A lot of cool designs. James designs most of them for us, and one of them could be yours. And honestly, you're helping us out in the process, so win-win. Make sure you guys go to StarWarsNewsNet.com every day for all of your latest Star Wars news, reviews, editorials, information, and more. We have an awesome review team over there. And then if you guys want to support us, like we talked about before, Patreon.com/Resistance Broadcast. A lot of new patrons recently, so we want to thank you for joining us and supporting us there. You're not only supporting us for our additional content, but really everything we're doing. The podcast twice a week, every week, never taking breaks. Attending these events, covering these events for you guys, updating our equipment, all of our new videos you're seeing pop up on the YouTube channel. So all this is all because of you guys. So we appreciate all of your support. And if you want to check it out, hop over to it, patreon.com/Resistance Broadcast. Tiers start at just $2 a month for page access. And then, as Lacey mentioned, each tier gives you different rewards and benefits and stuff like that. You guys, I got to obviously thank the generals. My favorites, Carmelo, the Gray Jedi, who's very lonely in Spain, but don't worry, we'll see you soon, buddy. Andrew Staley, Neil Lowry, Jeremy Myers, great job on the pod race, man, as always. Neil Shaw, David Probus, John Reese, the Beard Brothers, Seth Kime, Micah Harrison, Tampa Movie Guy, Gary, Michael Gaines, and Val Trichkoff. Generals, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You guys can find me on Twitter at Johnny Hoey and StarWarsNewsNet.com. James, how about you?
Oh, just on the Twitter and the Instagram at Meyer Trunks.
As always, eating the triple chocolate Jimmy Jongs. I don't know.
What was the sauce?
Oh, I didn't want to get into that.
Sauce or something?
Donkey drip, I think. Yeah. Lacey, how about you?
People can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Lacey Gillerin.
Awesome. Guys, that's pretty much it. So I want to thank you for listening and watching. And as always, we'll be back with you guys on Monday morning with another episode right here on the Resistance Broadcast. We'll see you around, kids.